Hello and welcome. I am Exit Light and this is my channel. Tonight we're going to do another in the segments of paranormal and supernatural news from around the world. I will not be editing this video. There may be mistakes. I'm going to let you know ahead of time. Again, we're experiencing a thunderstorm and that may show up in the video as well. So, I found this article, and what drew me to it is the fact that it has to do with a haunted object. I have a story on here about the killing fields of Texas, which is a very real place where there were dozens of bodies of women ages from 12 and up that had been buried in this one particular place just off of a freeway. And in that story, I asked or posed the question, wondering if it's possible for a piece of land or a home or an object to be possessed or inherently evil in nature. And so I like this story because it has to do with this doll, and the headline for the story is, "Do you have the guts to look this creepy doll in the eyes?" Now, I'm not going to go by the article entirely because the article does have a couple of mistakes in it, so I'm going to do a combination of the article and the video by the company who bought the doll. The doll's name is Anne, and she is from the 1900s. The owner of Anne worked in the Waverly Hills Sanitarium where she took care of the children. And she would oftentimes give children dolls to try and comfort them. Although this particular doll was one that she had in her own collection. The website that bought the doll is called The Lineup, and in the article they say that the website's editor bought this doll off of an eBay auction, and I just want to say that nowhere in their video do they mention eBay at all. In fact, they say that the original owner was named Lois, and that it was her daughter who gave them the doll. So I don't know if there was an auction that involved the owner's daughter or what, but it was the owner's daughter who allowed them to gain possession of Anne. What's interesting to me is that they claim, and paranormal investigators have claimed, that this doll is possessed by a 13-year-old child, a girl, who died at the sanitarium from tuberculosis, and that she is now haunting this doll. The owner and her daughter have stated that she would cry out in the night if you turn the lights off, and that she even had a tear roll down her face after crying out in the night because she is afraid of the dark. The Lineup, which is the website that bought her, they did a live feed on her for a couple of weeks, which I wish I had caught at the time because that would be very interesting. And they also didn't keep her. What they did was they had people write in essays as to why Anne should come and live with them. So my question to you is, do you believe that certain properties, certain homes where, Jeffrey Dahmer lived, or famous, serial killers, or the land where the Texas killing fields are, or, very famous places that we know of to be haunted or, supposedly haunted. Is it possible that there's something about that property, that building, or perhaps even objects in those buildings that are the reason that supernatural or paranormal occurrences are drawn there? And even more importantly, is it possible that these particular houses or the property that these houses are on drew the serial killer, the mentally ill, the person with the potential to be pure evil, to be the definition of evil? Could it be that them just living in this type of a place could cause them to become the monsters they became? By all accounts, every serial killer we ever hear of, mostly, is always described as somebody who is very nice, quiet, kept to themselves, right? They some do have psychological histories, but like in the case of Jeffrey Dahmer, let's say, there is by all accounts no explanation for why he became the evil monster he became. His family was what we would call normal, a mother and a father. He wasn't abused. He didn't have mental illness. So what causes a person to become someone who could do the things that Jeffrey Dahmer did? And is it possible that a 13-year-old girl who died in a sanitarium could attach herself to a doll? And so there's my question. That is what I want to have the discussion about below. What do you think? Do you think people are born evil? Are they born the serial killers? Are they born a Ted Bundy? Or could it possibly be an object, the home, the property that could influence some of what we see happen to these people? I think it's an interesting question, and I would love to see your answers. All right, if you are new to this channel, or even if you're not, and you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. If you would like to be notified of my new content when I put it up, please click that bell. And as always, please click that like button. It gets our videos on the front page. It gets our videos to be recommended. And that is only good for our channel and our community and all of us. And as always, I appreciate you so much. And if you made it to the end of this, thank you. And please leave your comments below. Let's have a discussion about this. Let's dig in deep. Good night.